Yes, back already. Here is some footage of James asking me to come out the pit lane, and my car wasn't even started. I thought I'd leave that in just for the banter. Anyways, this is technically lesson 2, and yes, you probably noticed I've got a new microphone. Should be no more heavy blowing or accidental long breathing down the mic. Anyways, lesson 2, somebody asked me yesterday if they could do a lesson on braking, which, yeah, good lesson I guess. I would say this is the most important thing I can tell everyone. If you're braking more than twice per lap, then you are braking too much. Like, that is what everyone will tell you. The very top fastest drivers around here will say the exact same. Even the people doing 59s, they'll say the same. There's literally no reason to brake more than twice. But once these flag tests have done, I'll start explaining my thought process into every lap. I will tell you exactly why I'm lifting in certain places, braking earlier or braking later, lifting earlier. It all comes down to how much you trust the kart. You really need to back your own kart. I don't really know how else I can explain it when I say it, but every kart is different. It's not different so much in a speedway. Well, obviously every engine comes out with slightly different power, but the big difference in the indoor karts is steering, because there's many factors that affect steering, right? So you could have a puncture, one tyre could be replaced, that tyre becomes newer than the opposite tyre, you get oversteer, understeer, many factors that can affect how your car is, especially in the steering category. So I want to make this video, of course, about where like my footwork video, I did that with just text instructions, but I will make it right now over voice to make it clear, more clear. So I'll wait until we get back to the down ramp, and then I'll try and explain it really fast as I'm doing it. It's hard because this race was nearly a week ago, 6 days ago, so I need to remember what I did. Anyways, here we go. So fast straight, full throttle. Turn in at number 6 on the grid. Come left here, and as soon as you see that yellow on the tyre wall, hard slam your brakes, and then once you've hard slammed your brakes and you're actually turning, as long as you're facing towards the outer tyre wall into turn 2, that's when you can stop and focus on turning into the corner and putting your foot back down on the throttle. That's the key turning point there. The issue with that turn nowadays, the barrier with the yellow tyre markings, kind of has made me change my line, just because that never used to be there, but now it's pulled out. It's kind of in my braking line, which I'm not really a fan of it. And also the start stop timer is literally on that braking line, so you will see me catapult it through the finish line sometimes when I'm on a really good lap, just for a fast lap time. Right, so let's move on to turn 2 anyways. I'll try and make a turn every lap. So you lift heavy here. The lighter you are, lift early but turn later. The only reason I say that, because the lighter you are and the smaller you are, you really struggle to find the grip. You need to come in really narrow on that tyre wall if you weigh less or smaller, because if you end up pushing out wide, to go neatly through those S-bends and maintain full grip and get the exit speed going under your first Dunlop sign, you're never going to maximise your speed, and you're going to lose grip on turn 2 and turn 3 if you do it incorrectly. So important there. If you're heavier, you can get away with it. If you're lighter, you need to lift earlier, but you need to turn later so you can get that really narrow line. I might do it on this lap, I'm not too sure. This car took me a good few laps to warm up a bit, but you see there I come in really narrow. That's perfect. There's actually on the floor there is like a little chunk of the ground missing, not sure why, but you need to stay left of that. You don't want to be in the middle of that, you definitely don't want to be to the right of that, because then you're going to have to turn over 180 degrees to take the flat straight into the first Dunlop. And if you're turning over 180 degrees in a short time, you are just going to lose grip and lose time. But with my line there, I can take turn 2 smoothly, and then I can get a real good exit on turn 3 without losing any grip at all, and I maintain full speed or maximise my speed. So let's move on to turn 3. I'm assuming that I'll dive this person. Yes. So yeah, turn 2, yeah, lift, come in as narrow as you can, always end up on the left side. So that turn 3 now, I'm full throttle through here. I'm full throttle way before I turn into turn 3. A lot of people ask how I do that. It's simply because my exit through turn 2 allows me to do this, which I try and explain to a lot of the lightweights and the smaller people. It is really good for you if you can get that really narrow line, just because obviously us lightweights, we can pick up speed faster, and if you can pick up speed faster and turn into turn 3 like earlier and without losing any traction at all, you are going to fly. Like, I can punish so many people through turn 2 and turn 3. The little kid I was teaching, Jack, who was there tonight, this is now Sunday, he was trying to get the grips of it, but he's still struggling, but we will get there with him, don't worry. So yeah, turn 3, you can see I'm flat out already, and then we're coming to, this is major, like turn 4 now. Turn 4, lift heavy, come narrow, hit the apex, hug this wall, sling it round to the left, sling it round to the right. It doesn't really matter if you go wide or narrow, you can correct it underneath. But you can see how close I am to every apex and every tyre wall. Like, I use all the track, but I don't let the track control what I'm doing. I literally tell the track, I'm doing this, this is going to work, you're going to do exactly what I want when I'm racing my car. You know, I have a feeling when I'm going to lose traction, so I will just simply lift. Like, you should brake here, of course, and the only other time you should brake is the very last hairpin before the down ramp. Don't brake more than that. If you're braking more than that, you're probably just entering or exiting corners badly. This is the first yellow flag, and I'm not really sure what it was for. Anyways, let's me catch up a little bit. I'm straight back green anyway. But yeah, the importance of hitting every apex and every tyre wall, like I did in lesson 1. This is quite apparent in this video. You can see I don't waste any space. I use the track very efficiently and effectively, as much as you can do, which is what you need to do to be consistent. I raced 2 races tonight, well, on Monday, and in both races I ended up with a high 58 second lap, which for the time of year and the track temperature, it's quite solid. Like I said to a few people, you don't really see 58s in summer or get into summer, and the times do get slower. A lot of people think the times will get quicker, but no. If you understand that these karts are not outdoor karts, with heat they just overheat, especially the grip with the change in 3 different floor materials. That's probably another factor to why they get slower. I could sit here and talk science all day, but that sounds really stupid. So let's get back into explaining the going up the up ramp. So yeah, this guy lets me pass, thank you very much, sir. It's always nice to get really aware races like that. Like, we do all race for fun. I absolutely nailed that apex there, but you can see I have absolutely flown through this tarmac section, all because my turn 2 was probably the best you're going to get. If I try and explain going up the up ramp when we get there, this is quite important too. So the lighter you are, you can turn it earlier, because I'm lifting there and I'm full throttle as soon as I get off the apex. But the heavier you are, you need to turn later, lift maybe if you need to. I would say lift, because you're still going to lose traction no matter if you're heavy. You might not feel it, but I guarantee you'll lose traction. But also, if you're heavier, you then get a better run up in acceleration, you know, to get up the up ramp, because you've turned later and you've now got more distance between your turning point and the bottom of the slope. So in theory, you are going to go up the slope faster. So that's quite an important one to take note of if you weigh, I'd say, anything more than 75 kilos. Also, thanks to the guy who let me pass, again, very aware. This was a really nice night, actually. I said in my other video, I met lots of subscribers and people who watch my videos. Nice to have a chat to a few people. Nice to get a lot of positive responses to what I'm trying to do. I am trying to teach everyone the same, well, everything that I know. I have been racing here for 8 years in September, which honestly, it feels like two years at max. But yeah, it's coming to this now. So yeah, now I've explained the up ramp. I've pretty much explained every major turn at this point. But now I've explained the up ramp, we'll just go up to the wooden section. So let's have a look. Lift, turn, really narrow, left side of that chunk out, and full acceleration to turn 3. That's what you want. If you don't get that, you're probably throwing milliseconds away in your lap time, half a second maybe. I'm quite narrow here. I try and go narrow here, depends if my car's grippy or slider. I try to go for a switchback. It was probably the slowest switchback of my life. I thought the guy was going to go narrow, but I give people a lot of space. I don't pressure people. That's the worst thing like someone can do to less experienced drivers, like put peer pressure on them. I hate that, and I also hate people with big egos. You just say, no, that's not how you do it, this is how you do it. Everyone's different, you know. I expect everyone literally can be faster in different points of the track. Like, everyone can be. But you've got to try and figure out your own way how to be faster, because we're all different body types, height, weight, way too many factors. So yeah, I will share all my secrets and all my knowledge just to help you people get faster. And if you do need help on the track, I will help you. So the last bit of the top section here, yeah, this is an important tyre wall. Really try and hug this tyre wall. Hard slam your brakes here, turn early, and try and get halfway in between the track there. That's the better way of doing it. I come into the pit lane here because I see Charlie's walking across the bridge, meaning the race is going to end, so there's literally no point in me doing another lap because it'll get amber flagged before I even get there. Ian, one arm Ian there. He is an amazing racer. He does 59-second laps with one arm around Warrington. Now that is impressive. Probably the most impressive driver who races here, because this is a very physically demanding track, as you know. But yeah, there's lesson 2.